Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have another budget store find. This time it's Chez, Goth, the card game. This game is intended for adult audiences. No actual maturity is required. And it's based on the award-winning Chez Geek card game. Brought to you, of course, by our good friend at Steve Jackson Games. Again, I picked it up for 99 cents and 50% off. Chez Goth, they're back in black. It's a new spin on the award-winning Chez Geek. You're still living with all your annoying roommates, but you've gone goth. Work at your dreary job. Spend your hard-earned money and precious time to accumulate slack points, or collect gloom when life turns against you. You can cough, complain, and even faint dramatically, especially if you have an audience. And if you get very lucky, there might be some graveyard nookie in your future. It's a standalone game, but you can combine it with Chez Geek and have a house full of goths and slackers. Go ahead, we dare you. Chez Goth, developed by Steve Jackson, based on Chez Geek, designed by John DeBarro, art by John Kovalok. For more information, go to sjgames.com/ChezGoth. It's for 2 to 5 players, includes 112 cards, and you need one 6-sided die, which is not included, and the playing time is about 1 full hour. So let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. And I love when I find a budget store find, and it's completely unused. So this is what you get in the box. Put that aside there for a minute. Let's take our rules out. Take a look at this. Okay, again, we talked about all that, right? Play testers, everything else. So let's take a look at our rules. You have the setup. So you have the setup, job cards, variable income, life cards, how to play, draw, roll, call people, free time, shopping, activities, discard, other actions you can take during your turn, actions you can take when it's not your turn, marking slack, gloom, winning the game. The first person to reach or exceed the slack goal on his job card immediately wins. Example, Gilly has a job card, video clerk, slack goal 21. She has 20 slack currently and buys torn fishnets. Even if someone plays borrowed clothes to take the fishnets from Gilly, immediately after she plays them, Gilly still wins because she has had 21 slack, if only for that short period of time. Borrowed clothes is not a canceling card. The winner gets to choose his job card for the next game before everybody else draws theirs. Other rules and definitions: canceling, TV cards, getting rid of people, jobs and slack, noisy nookie, combining Chez Goth with Chez Geek. Again, find the slack you need at Chez Geek. You can't throw them out. They live here. More information about that and a couple of other products that they sell. So there you go. There's your basically 2 pages of rules. One handy dandy handout. So as always, I open things up off camera in case I slip with my blade. All the fronts are the same, or backs, depending on the way I look at it. Okay, this one has a couple different colors, so let's start with those. Chez Goth, let's see what these say. Your jobs that you can have. So you can be a barista. So free time 2, income is 2/3, slack goal is 19. So these are your jobs you can have. So you can be an adult toy store clerk. You can be an artista, a model, or a barista. So if we look at these real quick, all the cards are set up identically. It tells you how much free time you have, what your income is, what your slack goal is. +1 slack from any sleep card, 1 double latte chocapuccino, Bentissimo coming up with a little black umbrella. Then we've got here the model. Again, free time, income is 5, slack goal is 21. Each clothing or shiny card in your room gives you a +1 slack. This lighting makes me look dead perfect. The artiste, free time, income 1/4. Slack goal 19, +1 to send people away. Come admire my genius, then get the hell out of here. Adult toy store clerk, free time, income 2, slack goal is 18, +1 to all nookie rolls. I get off at 11 if you'd like a demonstration. So that's just a couple of those. Well, I'm assuming we will get more than just the 4 of those in the other pack of cards. Could be wrong, but it looks like I probably will. All right, so let's take a look what we have here. So it looks like you have some green cards, some blue cards, some red cards. So looks like your green cards says person, gamer goth, slack 1. Black Vinyl Girl. So let's take a look. All of them are, again, all of them are set up identically. So let's take a look at the first guy. Gamer Goth. He's a person. So he has slack 1. Gamer Goth is worth 3 slack to anyone with RPGs in their room. When real life isn't depressing enough, we have games. So it tells you what their point value is worth. The point value is up here, the slack 1, what they category they fall under. And then down here, it tells you what their slack points are worth. Then they have a little quote. So you have Gamer Goth, you have Black Vinyl Girl, Fashion Goth, you have Mr. Nobody Home, Morgan and Blaine, Mr. Decadent, Spanky Goth, Despair, Perky Goth, Mopey Goth, Girl Next Door, Poser Goth, Morning Person, European Import, Live in SO, Live in SO. So that's your persons. So you get, that's your green deck. Then you've got your red deck, which is your sleep. So again, sleep, it's an activity, slack 2, cost is 0, and obviously you're sleeping. So again, all of them, everything, the artwork is different on each card, but the information is the same on each card. Oh, let's see here, sleep, sleep, sleep. So that's the activity is sleeping. Slack 2, slack 2, slack 2. This one has a slack 1. It says King Lear, activity. TV, cost 0. TV may be played to cancel any activity. See rules. And if I ever have kids, I bet they treat me just like this, and I'll go mad. That reminds me, I ought to call home. Poe Film Festival, activities again on TV, same thing. Incomprehensible foreign films, activity is TV, slack 1. So with the reds, you have sleep, and you have TV. Sleep and TV, we'll put those here. Then we have some, looks like, things. And for all the cards, the backs are all the same, except for the purple ones, because they had a different back. But the rest of them are all the same. So some things that you can purchase. A thing, a slack 1, cost 1. Can we get these in bulk? So black eyeliner, dead flowers, cloves, menthol cloves, snuff, absinthe, red wine, grain alcohol, tequila, fake fangs, coffin, velvet cape, torn fishnets, leather pants, Rocky Horror outfit, boots, slave collar, an ankh, more ankhs, toe rings, joint, incense, hookah, hearse, interview with Anne Rice, fun with angst, dead philosophers, collected very heavy works of Edgar Allan Poe. So let's see what this one says. It's a thing, it's a book. Slack is 3. The cost is 3 to purchase this one. It's got that Nevermore poem in it. And the binding goes with my decor. So there you go. Again, every card is set up identically. So there's your blue cards, your green, your 2 different kinds of red. The red are the activity is sleep and the activity is TV. And then you have your characters, which are up here. But yet you got another set of cards, like I said. Pop that open off camera. Again, we get some more cards. Of course, we get our more. So let's start with these guys. We'll start with more characters that you can be. You can be a projectionist. Free time is 2, income is 2, slack goal is 18. You can play 1 sleep each turn without spending free time. I can recite the dialogue in my sleep, and I do. A poet. Free time 3, income is 1, slack goal is 18. This job cannot be lost, but anytime a job card is discarded, the poet may take it and return poet to the job pile. I write deeply meaningful verse about my deeply meaningless existence. It's not easy. Video clerk. Free time 2, income 2, slack goal 21. May play any TV card without spending free time. TV cards cannot be played to prevent the video clerk from doing an activity. I've seen it 32 times. Morgue attendant. Free time 3, income 2, slack goal 20. Each book card you play gives you an extra +1 slack. Is it normal to be turned on by the smell of formaldehyde? So you got a total of 8 characters that you can play in the game. Again, so then we have our activity cards, which are all red. We got here. Now we got orange. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So we already had some red cards over here. We had activity, which was TV watching. We have activity here, which is sleeping. Now we got some other activities. You go to a goth rave. Again, they're set up the same way. Title, what it is, how many slack year it's worth, and what your cost is to purchase it. You can use the same free time for both goth rave and nookie. If you have a nookie card, it's a great place to meet people if you could find them in the dark. So you got a goth rave. Okay, then you got a TV, a test pattern, 11 o'clock news. So those go on TV, and this is a regular activity. Graveyard nookie, coffee house nookie, vampire nookie, ex-friend nookie, go clubbing, go to funeral, write poetry, blog, online shopping, RPGs, cough, complain, pine for lost happiness, faint dramatically, mope, fake tattoo, piercing. So let's take a look at one of these, which I found interesting. Complain. Activity. Slack is 0. Cost is 0. Add 1 gloom plus 1 more for every 2 people in the room. And the buses are all yellow instead of black, and the stores close at 9, and blah, 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 drone, drone, drone. So those are some more activities. And then we have whenever. So we have a bunch of whenever cards, it appears so. They would be in your orange color. Forced to babysit, whenever. Target player rolls a die, even when you roll the die, if it comes out even, you hated it. You have no free time next turn. Odd, you liked it. Roll a die and lose that much gloom. Quit giggling, you despicable little homunculi. Makeup runs. Can't find clothes. Contagious depression. Mr. Sunbeam. Ice cream truck. Happy children. We require solitude. Grandmother died again. Borrow from purse. Found wallet. New job. See what it says here. New job. Target player, anyone but the poet. Shuffles his job card into the job pile and draws a new job. If he has no job card, he simply draws one immediately. It will all turn to ashes somehow, of course. Hours cut. I was too good for them. Rainbow unicorn stickers. Graveyard shift. Credit card bill. The grand gesture. SO dies dramatically. SO abandons you. Pawn shop. Sell flowers on the street. What does that matter? Stare into space. Paint windows black. We cannot escape the past. Cutting remark. How frickin' tragic. Weepy. Cut the change of material possessions. And borrowed clothes. So these are all the cards. So you got your orange, which is a whatevers. You have your graveyard nookie, and which are types of activities. You have sleep, which is another type of activity. Over here you have your TV cards, which are also activities. You got your main characters. Again, your characters you can play are the projectionist, the poet, the video clerk, the morgue attendant, the barista, the model, the artiste, and adult toy store clerk. You have gamer guy. You have your person here. and your things that you can purchase. So this is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of the card game Chez Goth, based on the award-winning Chez Geek game, brought to you by Steve Jackson Games. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.